What's on your mind?
I like to come to spots like this for the sake of, like peace, and I'm able to think better and like clear my thoughts. And there's certain, because I'm into synchronicity, signs, symbolism. I'm connected with nature, so I just like to be here so I could just get a full scope of what may be happening around me that I may be missing, because in other places it's too loud. I can't hear myself. I can't hear nature. I can't hear what the world is trying to tell me.
It's New
So
York. It's loud all the time.
so here, um,
It's about as peaceful as it can get.
yeah, I wanted to be here. I had a lot on my mind,
Mm.
and the number one thing right now on the tip of my mind is the dating scene, and just the condition the condition that it's in. Um, I have my own views as far as expectation goes, but the expectations, the boundaries that you need to have, the miscommunications, um, the blurred lines of people's truest intentions. I don't, I don't get how people are moving these days.
The dating scene is a scary place. I'm no longer a part of that world. And everyone can keep that shit. Just turned 36, as you know.
Mhm.
You turned 36 once, as I know. And I can't imagine what that is like with the introduction of identity overall. There's a high level expectation at the present moment that may not be realistic. Like, what are your expectations?
I don't have any expectations. That's why I said my views on expectations are a little different.
Hmm.
Because I work off of universal law. So as far as expectations go, I don't have any, because whatever the universe has in store for me, it could be better than what I'm setting limits to. I expect this, and they say, well, what if we want to give you more than that? I have to be open to that as well. What I do require is a certain level of transparency and honesty and communication. Um, at least an equal give and take in that, to begin to build some type of trust. Because I wanna feel like safe. I already know that when a person is coming to me, they're gonna be safe. They're gonna be taken care of. But then that's when I have to consider certain boundaries, because I don't, your intentions aren't clear, and I'm not sure if you should have access to all of that. And in turn, I feel like I'm cheating a person out of the full experience of me. And of course, I'm being cheated, because who the fuck are you? Who are you? What do you want? And what are we doing?
How much time are you giving somebody to even put that on the table for you?
You know, I used to I used to kind of swim in the shallow end of that stuff.
Mm.
The issue is I took too long. So now these days I try to get right to it. First first time we talk, I try to get to that.
Mm.
Um, and sometimes I won't even ask, because the way a person's actions are very telling. So I just try to really pay attention to that. And then if things just seem a little bit too, you know, confusing, or to where I need more clarity, then I'll begin to ask those questions. But it depends on me. It varies, because I don't approach. I don't
Okay.
I don't chase. I attract, and I don't have a type. You know, I'm more interested in the person's character and how it may complement mine. I'm looking for things that align with me, so I'm not looking too much on the surface level things.
That sounds so confusing. If you really dig into what it is, right? You
Confusing
attract, right?
how? Yeah,
Confusing how?
I don't chase. I
You don't
attract. So
chase,
if you
you
if you
attract,
come to me
right?
and it's
It
you
it, it would
plead your
need
case,
it would
so
need
to
to be
say.
it would need to be natural, right?
Very much so.
It would need to be for it to find a form of success for you,
I'm open to hear what you have to say.
right?
Right? It's just most of the time people want to fuck, they want to play, you know, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not looking for that. I'll tell a guy quick.
What you looking for?
No, I'll tell them quickly, like, yo, I could fuck anybody I want.
True.
Anybody. That's not what I'm looking for.
So
You know
what
what
you
I'm
looking
saying?
for?
I wasn't saving myself for you to just, come out of nowhere. And like, I can do that at any given time. And I don't. I just stay to myself. I transmute that energy because I have needs, I have wants, but I transmute that energy elsewhere. I'm not just going to spend that because your energy is currency. I'm not going to spend that on somebody that's going to take from me and dip off. I don't mind exchanging that, you know, consistently with somebody who plans to be consistent in my life. But other than that, I'm not here for your good time when I'm looking for something that is going to be stable.
You know, nature, right? We'll take a couple steps back real quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not on topic at all.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that our counterparts out here are fishing,
Yeah,
and we'd imagine fishing with this net does get shellfish, right?
yeah.
I don't know what creature they just kicked back into water. What Krabby Patty, what four-armed species that was with the big shell. I don't know what that was, but I can't imagine that they're fishing for shellfish anymore. I'm confused as shit.
I mean, at this point, they may be trying to just see what they could get. Oh my gosh, going back to dating.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's perfect.
I'm,
Do they not say there's more fish in the sea and use that analogy?
that's why you kick them back.
It's not that. It's gosh. It's not getting to the point. It's trying not to get to the point
Mm-hmm.
to where you are fishing and you have a specific goal in mind. And every time you cast that net and bring it back, you're not getting what you want. So at some point, you just say, "Fuck it." I'm just gonna sit. I'm just gonna throw that out there and get anything. We
Well,
just
that's
gonna
what
we just
happens
gonna.
happen. But doesn't that go back into the
It,
universal
it
law? So
yeah. I
whatever
mean, but it
happens,
could
happens
be
at
it could
that
be a
point.
good thing and a bad thing. My thing is, I was going more towards desperation
Okay.
because now we just don't have any standards. We don't have. We just want something. I'm not ever gonna go to that place because I can tell you right now, I am quite sure there's plenty of people that I have tossed to the side that are waiting for that moment where I just get desperate and go back. It is never going to happen, sweetheart.
And the requirements are more important right there. We can see and we can feel what keeps you from being desperate.
Well, like self-worth.
Mm.
Okay,
It's
I am very,
coming off your
I am
body.
valuable. I am a very valuable asset. I am not a liability. I am not someone to come in and fuck your life up.
Mm.
You just have to be ready for change when I enter your life, and it's always going to be a good change. But I am a Scorpio. That is what my whole presence represents.
Fucking monsters.
No, change and
Oh,
transformation, deaths and rebirths.
that's what they all say.
You are a different person when you when it's all said and done, and it's for the better. I promise. It's a whole glow up. It's a whole thing. Trust me. But people don't get that far to see that I'm there to improve their lives. They just leave. So, or they run. They run, and
Why do they run?
I don't chase.
Why do they run? Why do they
Okay,
run?
here's
How
what
much
I
time do you
realized.
give them to realize the necessity of you?
Look, relationships reflect your wounds. Okay, so when you're not aware of what's going on in your relationship and everything's cool, and then all of a sudden you guys start to argue, right? And it seems like you're arguing over the same thing. Let's not let's understand and understand and not forget that you are in these contracts, these spiritual contracts with people, so that you can learn a specific lesson. It takes that person to activate something in you for you to learn from each other. The goal is to learn together, grow together, be successful, and whatever you're trying to do. But what happens is there's a point in the relationship where things get a little bit uncomfortable, or things get a little bit challenging for one or the other, and they start to resist. In comes the arguments. All right, and so now it's a question of, okay, can we grow from this, or is this the thing that is going to be the deal breaker, or
Mm.
the or the contract breaker?
Mm.
You know what I mean? And most of the time, I mean, for people who are not observing what's going on in their relationships, it's usually that's when it's time to say goodbye, because you can stay in it now. Now you're gonna stay in it, right? This is for because this is what you've known for a while. This is where you're comfortable. Those arguments, those issues are not going to go away. It just exposes where a person needs to heal. And if they don't understand what you're saying, they don't get it. They're not, it's time to go. So the roadblock that I'm hitting is people are even people are too afraid to even say I want to try, because people are still caught up in the old patterns and hurt and drama that and even trauma that they've gone through in past relationships, and people are not healing. So if you're running, as soon as you start to feel like you care about me, that's a problem. That should be like, okay, I feel safe with her, I'm good. They run. And
Well,
then and it's frustrating.
that vulnerability never makes anyone comfortable, right?
Or it's one of my requirements.
So
It's one of my requirements,
is
because
that on the table
being
at
vulnerable
first meeting?
at first meeting is
That,
who are you?
that
Be authentically you.
that's a part of it, because
I'm not telling you to tell me all
I
your
mean,
business. I mean,
but
if you know me, I'll
to
be able to
allow
see it
yourself to
anyway.
be vulnerable, that's a big fucking deal. Like, I believe in submitting an application, right? And on that application, I gotta let you know my traits as well as my, you know, my bad side. Now, if I'm looking for you to offer up transparency, I also have an expectation of vulnerability, right? But I need to say that, because everyone ain't comfortable with that shit.
No, everyone's not
That's,
comfortable
that's,
with being vulnerable.
especially
But
people
you know who are?
that look like us.
You know the ones who are. I don't care about who look like me.
But I'm saying,
I care about the soul. How far are you? How far have you gotten in your mission on this soul journey, where at this point That vulnerability it goes hand in hand with being authentic, genuine. It's you, unapologetically you. Those are the people that I want to call family. Those are the people that I want to call friends. And it's definitely a person or a quality in a person that I will want to be in a life partnership with. So, and I can just, and again, the veil, I can see through a lot of things. Your spirit will talk to me before you even do. So you're talking, but I'm just like, what a fraud. Okay, we're good. You know, I'll give you enough rope to hang yourself. I will. And I will completely snatch my energy away from you. That part hurts. That part hurts. Because I'm not here to I had a long stint where I know that I was getting into partnerships with people, and it was for the purpose of me having to heal them, and then I have to go. I have assignments with certain people. I'm I'm good now. I'm good off that. I need the energy to be returned to me now, and you're never 100% completely healed anyway. That takes lifetimes.
Indeed.
But to at least to the point where you can be in a partnership and be in alliance with your person and collaborate and build and grow. Like you can at least do that. You can at least have the steady communication and go on dates, and you know what I'm saying, have be social. It's just people are people are so limited. And I would think that getting butt ass naked and getting in the bed with somebody, jumping up and down, I would figure that's hard to do. But it seems like the easiest thing for people to be able to do. I mean, you're getting naked. That's not vulnerable.
I've noticed that that's gotten easier as time has gone.
Everybody don't deserve that energy. I see. It's one thing. It's one thing when you younger and you think, oh, I'm just having fun, But
I'm so younger now.
No, I'm just saying. Well, let's say immature, okay?
I know.
And then when you get older and you learn certain things, like the whole goal is to know thyself.
True.
You get older and you start to learn yourself and know yourself. I had to do little exercises. Somebody said master your energy. So I had to see how people act when they had all access, and then I had to be able to do things like take it completely away. They get crazy. So I watched people get sick because they couldn't be next to me. It's like physically sick because they couldn't be next to me no more. So you can imagine my most powerful asset is that sexual energy. I am a Scorpio. That is just we rule Pluto. Our organs, our sexual organ, we are the masters. Loving, at love making. So you can imagine if I continuously gave that energy to someone. I mean that is a come up in itself. But you don't have the same to give to me because you giving it to everybody else. That just
so Scorpios, right?
Uh-huh.
Let me just gather this in a very simple way. The sexual energy that we receive from Scorpios, it's like the come up. It's like striking it rich.
It's healing energy, but you have to find the right.
It's like becoming king.
You have to find the right
throne. No, that's not.
I mean, however you want to put it.
It's a little freaky.
You have to find the right.
Scorpio.
Yeah. Have the landing strip. I mean, you have to find the right one because not everybody is aware of themselves. You are the one that kind of like activates all of that. Because if you're not aware, then you out here just doing shit just to do it. And you know what I'm saying? You have no understanding of what's actually going on. But I see the pep in a nigga step. Okay? I see the change. Yeah. In the mood and people, I see it. And when I'm not getting it in return, or if I'm watching you think that I don't see what's going on, and why you keep coming back to me. Another thing about sex is just it's an exchange of energy.
It is.
And information as well. So as soon as I get up or you get up and get out, your spirit is telling on you. I'm seeing it. Who else you fucking? All of that. I can see it.
Indeed.
So then you go to me, and then you go and give that energy to people that are beneath me. Yeah, I'm
say it again. Say it again.
Beneath me. I'm gonna say it just like that. Giving it to people, and that's basically giving it to people who are not doing the work.
Okay.
They're not doing the inner work. You're feeding them with it instead of using it to build yourself up and give that back to me. Oh, I'm good. I listen, I've cut people off for less. But that right there is just a complete slap in the face. I don't necessarily have a problem with having a sexual relationship with a person. There's a lot of things that you can do through intercourse. I mean, just manifestation. I mean, you can really build together.
Sure.
But I can't do that if it's you and you're messing with you for the streets too. I can't do that. I can't do that. That's siphoning, energy harvesting. You're siphoning energy from me and you're sharing it with other people, and everybody's just living off me. No, we need to do this and build us up. You know. And when we got all kinds of good luck and shit happening, and that, the inside joke. We are the inside joke.
I should have brought a pen and a paper for the
It's not hard. It's just either you got it or you don't.
No, I require vulnerability because we don't have expectations, right?
No, I don't have expectations. I don't have a type. It's just certain things that I require, and that takes a person's character to be able to deliver on that.
So that's one. No, all right. So 1A, have character to handle all of this, right?
The character is just your character.
I'm gonna have character to handle all of this.
Because that's the only thing I'm paying attention to.
Let's see, what's number 2? What's number 2? 2 is going to be embrace this sexual gift. I like that. I like to embrace the sexual gift, right?
Embrace it.
Embrace. No.
No. We're not even talking about that up front. Oh, that's
strike it off right there.
That's
number 10.
It's not even on the list.
Not on the list.
You gotta get past
number 2.
You gotta get past the character check, I guess I want to say.
Characters, like,
because
characters really one.
It is what is your character saying about you, and if I feel comfortable in that, then I'm gonna feel comfortable enough to open up in other ways to you and share with you. Because there even through sex, there's certain things I would want to teach you, certain little things I would want to show you, and you just can't do that. You can't do that with everybody. So I spend a lot of time alone.
So someone needs to be open to receive it all.
Oh, there's plenty of people that's gonna be open to receive.
You pour it.
There's gonna be plenty.
Couple of cups.
I don't think that's the issue. Everybody want to take, but nobody knows how to give back.
I like this. Motherfuckers need cups.
Nobody knows how to give back. That's the problem.
So pour back into you.
No, yeah.
Or do I need to pour first? What's the requirement?
Not necessarily.
Is it give and take, or give back what you've been
equal
receiving?
Give and take? Equal give and take, and I'm not looking for the same thing that I gave for you to give back. No, that's not.
That would be unfair.
Right? We have different needs, different wants.
Indeed.
Different love languages. If you know certain things about me, and I know certain things about you, and I know what makes you tick, you know what makes me tick, then we continuously, do that for each other. That's not it. For me personally, it's the runner chaser thing that I can't do. Okay. That's what I'm not doing. And for me, how it's been specifically for me is as soon as the other party feels, they begin to care about me, and I can tell. I know when I can tell when a nigga done fell in love. I can tell.
Don't put it back. We tracking this.
Look, I can tell.
Because we need to follow up.
And in my head, I'm like, no. In my head, I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not here to do you dirty. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to neglect you. I'm not here to abandon you. You know, you would be 100% safe with me. You know, and you know, some people are just not over their exes. Some people are just not over, and you could be completely not emotionally, but well, yes, you can be emotionally distant, you can be physically distant, but mentally, you know, certain people may leave a mark on you that prevents you from moving on. And I noticed that's one of the, I noticed that that's one of the issues as well. I do. And I say it like this: if your ex was a piece of shit, and you don't move on to something bigger and better because of an ex that treated you like shit, your ex still owns your ass. They still own you.
Okay. But your ex a piece of shit?
My ex, I believe somewhere in there he meant well. But he had no clue. No clue how to properly show that, because he's been operating in pain and trauma, and so like surviving off that, learning how to survive through that. Living life in survival mode with that stuff on his back for too long. Too long. Too many codependencies, too many distractions to really sit and heal those things.
Would he have been looking for that in you, primarily?
To a certain extent, because I'm my energy is very nurturing, and it's maternal as well. I think he had beefs with his maternal figure, and he was looking for me to fill that void, you know. Because like I said, even before I had a child, I'm just motherly, you know, big sisterish. I'm a protector. So he was looking to feel safe, and I was looking for the same thing, but that's because I had daddy issues, abandonment issues, rejection issues. You know what I'm saying? All of that on, you know. So we're both being unfair to each other about it, and again, it didn't work because his resistance to change versus um my perseverance, me wanting change so badly. That's where it got crazy, because a person who you trauma bonded with is still looking to trauma bond. They still want to keep that bond. And you have the other person that says enough is enough. I'm ready to change. I'm ready to be different.
That brings volatility.
Huh?
That makes it volatile.
Yes, it can. It can. If a person is refusing to,
That's all strong ass biker.
very much so, it can become volatile. Yes, yes, 100%. And I guess you know the rest.
What got you out?
My life began to change when I said the statement, when I made the statement, this can't be life. My life began to change right there. Because although there's certain things that I do want, I would like a life partner, you know, I would like a family, you know. I also want to continue to pursue the things that I want to pursue, and I would want my life partner to do the same thing. Home, the family's just, that's home base. That's just where we come to be together. But you have your grind, I have my grind, we have our grind together.
Mm-hmm.
I just want a fully balanced life. I find that a lot of people want to like control that about me too, and that I'll tell a man like, listen, we are good. Just don't try to control me. Don't. I've been with a dream killer. I had enough of that.
Those are rough ones. Dream killers are rough ones.
You
Those
know,
are the rough ones.
I would never tell you what's not possible or what can't be done. I don't believe in the word can't. I would never. I'm so resourceful that I'm just so, as soon as you say it, I'm just that person that's like, oh, well, I know, you know, and it's up to you whether you want to pursue it or not. You know what I mean? I'm the one to help you do that research. And I would expect the same thing. That's another thing. I look for people that are resourceful because I am too. You gotta know some people in some places, and I don't, you know, I'm not looking to be famous, none of that. I'm just me at this point. I'm not afraid to be in the spotlight, but it's just not my goal right now. But I do still have some things that I want to do that are gonna create change for people. It's gonna change people's lives. Like, these are things that I'm more focused on.
Does that somebody need to be on that same wavelength?
No.
Or can they just let you do you?
They don't have to be, but something about what you do has to be aligned, because I believe in the whole power couple thing, and that's not just like, well, you know what? No. Because even if you have your thing and I have my thing, if we have similar passions, then we can build something on that together. We can create something completely new. But I would expect your support. Well, I would like your support. And
I like the word expect for that.
Yeah.
Because if I'm your partner, I have an expectation of receiving that support.
Okay. I have I don't even know if I could, I don't know what the fuck to call them. But we'll say an acquaintance. And
Boy, running away.
I've only known him to do one thing or be interested in one thing. Well, I've only known him to do one thing. And then he reveals to me over dinner, like, you know, I wanna think I wanna be a comedian. And I'm like, no fucking way. Yeah, okay, let's go to the village. Let's find some holes in the wall. Come on, let's get in there. You know what I'm saying? Just get comfortable and let's see what happens, you know. That's who I am. Okay. That's who I am. I'm not like, what? Let's go. I see. Because I love to laugh.
You do.
So I have to keep my inner child happy. So I love to laugh, and so something like that would just be amazing. You know, amazing. So yeah, I'd never shoot a person down. It's just, you know, I'm a few levels deep. I remember somebody asked me, well, somebody told me, I just want to get to know you, and kids way younger than me, early 20s, early. I just want to get to know you. I said, darling, when they're young like that, that's how I told them, darling. Could take forever. He said, I got time.
He might though.
I don't.
You got time. 20s ain't way younger. He was 20 just a couple days ago.
No.
That's light. It was just a couple days ago. Just a couple of days ago. That's not that bad.
I was 20 quite a while ago. I can say that because I don't look my age. I don't look like nothing I've been through. I don't look like how I feel.
It
I'm
ain't that
good.
long. It ain't that long. You was in your 20s in
I'm
the century.
I just
In the
we know
century.
that I'm well out of it. I'm well out of the 20s. Well out. But it's fine.
It's
Why are
cool.
you
It takes forever.
why are you out of the dating world? We can't, because a man's perspective. I mean, what's going on?
I am fully enthralled in love.
Okay,
Um, I'm married with children, just like
okay,
the sitcom,
okay,
and there's no reason to date
okay. So you
whatsoever.
you don't even feel my pain.
I do not feel the pain. I am I am the ear for many of my single friends, and
Okay,
those who just happen to bump into me in the streets. It is what it
okay,
is. I have no problem being the ear. I know a lot of people need it,
okay.
and I do have a perspective on love. I do have an understanding that we clearly align on when it relates to a lot of things. I do have expectations of let's see, of passions must be similar and support is expected.
Right.
That is an expectation. But I do understand that we all walk different paths. You don't need to share my passion for me
No,
to find that success in our relationship.
share it, share it. No,
Not at all. But
but be
I would
interested.
like something to be there. I would like something to be there.
Be interested. Be supportive.
Be supportive. I'll take that. Applaud me. I don't really need much. Like, I don't need much. I'll take 4 hand claps and a pat on the back, and I'll be good to go. It's not much. Um, let's
So
see.
what made you say, all right, this is the one I'm going to marry?
Um, I never believed in running away from love. I never believed in being afraid of it either. I don't like putting up walls where they don't belong. I always believed in emotional freedom above all else and emotional availability.
Yeah, see, that's the term that I used to before I went to. What are your intentions? Because that's me being frustrated now. What are your intentions? What do you want? Before it was, are you emotionally available? That was my nicer way of saying it. Um, Maybe I need to go back to that because if that's the part where people run, then that's the issue. So if you're emotionally available, then whatever. I mean, pretty much we're good.
Whatever goes at that point.
Yeah, we're good. Because at that point, it'll just be a very serendipitous, freaking beautiful
We'll
connection
be connected. And
that
that's the important part.
can go somewhere because you're gonna allow it to.
And if we're on the same mental wavelength, then it's a win.
Right.
I think that's a requirement. That's a requirement.
It's a requirement.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go back to that because the intentions question can be a little bit hairy.
I say what I think you want to hit.
You know.
It's easy. That's an easy lie.
What do you want?
I've been good at that my entire life. Like you know exactly what it is. I've made I've made my purpose not to waste a woman's time when it comes to that. I've wasted tons of women's time. It is what it is. Like
Yeah.
I still have very male ways about me. But my intent was always clear
Yeah.
because I've made myself emotionally available to whatever happens. And I really I come from a very loving, like real deep loving situation. And for me it wasn't even like everyone got that same level of love that I grew up with as it relates to like my siblings and cousins and whatnot. But the share of that life that I had was full of love, full of transparency. It did shape who I am from an emotional standpoint. I can't say that I come with emotional scar that wasn't self-inflicted. Being that available, you create a lot of emotional scar. I will say that.
I didn't come from that, but it still shaped me to be how I am. Because my take on it was, how could someone be so fucking evil? How could you be so fucking heartless? How could you not give that person a hug or a kiss or let them know everything's gonna be okay or make them feel, protect them? How could you? How could you? And then for me, it was just like, that's what I have to be. And it started with, be that for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I noticed that's, I started drawing in people who needed that as well. So, but they would look to me for it, because I could have been just as cold, just as, narcissistic. I could gaslight. you know, it's just not. It's just not in me. I even get a little, even though I have a broader understanding of why people are the way they are, depending on the situation. I still don't turn around and oh, sometimes the Scorpio in me, sometimes I just want to
be a Scorpio.
Because that game that you're playing, you can't play that game better than me. I'm going to win every time. Every single time I'm going to win. It's going to sting.
I feel like you're talking to somebody.
No. I'm thinking about situations where I could have. I'm just thinking about situations where I could have.
Like, this ain't really a conversation with us anymore.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. And I didn't. I'm just like, all right, I eat that. Because, karma going to do what karma does.
A lot of y'all do that. A lot of Scorpios do that.
Do what?
You know what time it is, but you'll take it on the chin and keep it pushing.
Yeah, because I got a couple of folks that'll take care of that for me. Mm-hmm. I just got to keep on being me. That's my only job, is be me.
Very true.
As long as I stay me, I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get for me. Anybody else who crosses that line or doesn't respect it or violates that or uses me or abuses me, or they're gonna listen. All energy must be returned.
You got 10 things on this list.
All energy must be returned. The energy you put out is what you're gonna get back. So I can't afford to stoop to your level. And I can't afford to regret being me either. By, you do sometimes like, well, damn, but I'll say this. I don't regret giving.
Never should.
But I do understand that there are some people that didn't deserve.
No, all the time. All the time.
But you got a taste. You good. Okay. Mm-hmm. And good luck trying to find that shit again. When you finally do wake up and you looking for it again, it's not going to be that. It'll be all right, but it ain't going to be that. And I'm not just talking about sex. I'm not really talking about that at all. Like, sex is an exchange of energy. We're having sex right now. Of course, it's just fun. That's all it is. Mm. So, and it's seemingly maybe the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
Which I
think it's become the easiest thing to do. It can simply be asked for at this point.
That is sad.
It's not as valuable as it once was. It's a request.
I guess you gotta make it valuable. You gotta make it valuable again.
You do.
But you can't do that if you don't know your value. I said that I was on my live on YouTube though, and I said, I don't know how y'all gonna take what I'm getting ready to say, but I said some of these prostitutes.
Have a good one.
All right. These prostitutes got some of the most powerful pussy on the planet, but they haven't figured out what they're supposed to be using it for. Amazon, $30, $40 on Amazon. Uh, it's a tripod. It's a tripod, 360 tripod.
360
Mm-hmm. She's cute. um, if they understood what they could do with that, yeah.
Making a movie. Later.
Her face is so cute. If they really knew the power in that, they wouldn't be giving that shit away for a couple dollars. The type of things that they could manifest, because there's a reason why these niggas keep running to it. They don't realize why, but I know why.
No what? Nope. We're not getting into this one. No. This conversation gets deep.
I know why. It's a spiritual thing. It's not. I mean, I'm sure they have the Jezebel spirit on them of lust. I'm sure.
Such a powerful spirit.
But yeah, but spiritually,
Pretty sure is that.
I'm sure it's healing in a way as well. But she doesn't understand that. She doesn't know that. She doesn't know what she's doing when she's doing it. But he knows how he feels when she's done. You gotta awareness. It's just awareness. That's it. But when I said it, the people in my group there were like, "Yo, that's absolutely right. I'm still for whatever."
Whatever indeed. Whatever indeed.
And I'm standing behind them outside. All right.
You got it. Yeah, you be safe. That's it. You be safe tonight. And every other.
Okay, miss.
Scary on the blade.
Out here, she's trying to get her couple dollars.
Couple.
I'm gonna get the fuck out her way.
Couple and a few. A few turn to several.
I couldn't believe that shit when I came back to New York. They said, "Yeah, you can have weed and you can sell pussy now."
Sex work.
What? Wow. Well,
New York is its own metropolis. We know that.
of course.
All
We
the
are.
time.
What is this? They say officially we are third world.
We are. We are. Only place not like everywhere else.
It's not. People can't even wrap their mind around what is happening here. That I won't touch. The specifics on that I will not touch.
I'll save that for next time. Save that for next time.
Yeah.
Will it be next time?
If you want there to be a next time,
How many of the requirements are you going to set in stone for next time? That's what we got to figure out. But these some good ones. They heavy. Heavy.
I think there could be a next time. Different location, something else to talk about. This was good though. I needed this.
Got to definitely unpack some things. So many things.
I needed this. I got a lot of confirmations through nature while we were talking. So, or versing is what you're supposed to call it. But a lot of confirmations through nature. So a lot of opportunities I see coming, and a couple of changes are getting ready to happen as well. Is what is the strongest two messages that I can give you. Somebody's pregnant too.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Congrats.
Oh no.
High five.
It ain't.
No,
Mm-mm,
no.
mm-mm. It ain't. It ain't me. It ain't. It ain't me. But you know,
But, you know,
it could
congratulations.
be a figurative thing too.
Congratulations to you all.
Someone could just be pregnant with a great idea right now,
Indeed.
or
Might be you.
someone has a new idea. They just it's a fresh idea. So those are three things that I picked up while we were out here, intuitively, spiritually, or whatever you want to call it. Nature spoke, but it's all good. So,
Love it.
all right, this was good.
That's when we need a remote.
Therapy.
The remote will be handy right here. It's that.
What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?